Hello everyone and welcome to SunUp. I'm Lyndall Stout. After months of extended drought, we're wondering how the wheat crop is looking as we head into April. To start things off, here's SunUp's Curtis Hare with our OSU Extension small grain specialist, Dr. Amanda Silva.
We're joined now by our OSU Extension small grain specialist, Dr. Amanda Silva. And Amanda, it sure is dry right now, but hopefully there are some folks getting rain. So let's just do a quick weed update and how the crop is just looking and the things that you're hearing about in the state.
Yes, it's as we all know, it's definitely very dry. And it looks like the forecast keep pushing for some locations, and like you said, hopefully in some other locations they're lucky enough in getting rain, and that rain is going to help their crop, and not very stormy either. So a quick overview in the state, like Southwest region is severely affected by the drought. In that region, the wheat was planted late in some cases there, most cases actually, so it never got really a good rain to get established. And during the entire winter, very warm, with no rain, so hopefully now they're getting rain, and hopefully that can help their crop. But I have also heard in that region that some fields were already adjusted, and like I said, very short, very thin, and they're not gonna make it. Now, North Central, I think the wheat's looking a little bit better, Central Oklahoma, so hopefully the rain will help that crop to continue growing.
And as you mentioned, it's short, and it's short right here, and this is even a managed plot right here at Oklahoma State University, and it's even heading out as well. So, and it seems pretty early normally than when we're talking about wheat heading out. Is that something you're also seeing across the state?
Yes, the wheat is really early this year. The winter was just so warm and dry, and so the crop is just trying to push and trying to mature and trying to finish. Yes, and in most cases what we are seeing, it's a fairly short crop, thin, and heading out already.
And so with it heading out, I guess this would be the time that you would be able to really tell how much drought impacted the crop, right?
Yes, because right now we can see, earlier in like around jointing stage, it's when the crop is defining how many heads it's going to produce. And so the moisture really helps to sustain the number of heads per plant, the tillers. So right now, as the wheat's heading out, we can see how many spikelets are being produced. So basically we can see head size. And so as we get moisture right now, that would help with kernel setting in those spikelets. So that would define grain number per head, which ultimately would define our grain yield. So right now, the heads are decided in those plants, and if we get moisture, we could help with those grains getting developed in the head, which could really affect our yield.
And as we had Kelly Seuss on last week, and he was discussing green bug, and in years past when there's been hot, drier conditions, brown wheat mite's been an issue as well. Is that an issue that you're seeing popping up in wheat fields?
Oh yes, we are hearing about green bugs, we are hearing about brown wheat mites, which usually is very common, especially for the mites, for this type of mites to develop and grow when the conditions are like they were, so very dry and hot. We are also hearing reports of viral diseases like wheat streak mosaic, barley yellow dwarf. So if farmers are seeing yellowing in their fields, it could be for different causes. It could be mites, it could be bugs, green bugs, it could be wheat streak mosaic virus, barley yellow dwarf. So they can either communicate with us, they can send samples to the diagnostic lab, which they've done already, and that's how we discovered that we had viral diseases out there.
Yeah, and that means getting out there and scouting.
Yes, scouting is the best thing.
Well, it's April now, which means that the plot tours are about to kick into high gear. And so in years like this, when it's super dry and you're getting out in the field with the plot tours that you have out throughout the entire state, how is that impacting that at all?
Well, on one side, it's a good opportunity for us to look how varieties with different maturity patterns, different genetics are holding up to the conditions. In some cases, we may not have a very good stand to show, but which is representative of the region. But we do have topics to discuss on the latest research that we've been doing, And this year, in addition to discussing wheat varieties and their characteristics, we may have some additional topics including soil fertility, including weed management, agronomic management like planting date, seeding rate, things that we've been doing in our programs in the wheat extension part of the OSU, and we'll be discussing that with farmers. So even though the crop may not be looking the way we wish, we'll be discussing topics that are very useful for farmers to know on the side of wheat management.
All righty, thanks, Amanda. Dr. Amanda Silva, OSU Extension Small Grain Specialist here at Oklahoma State University. And if you'd like a link to those plot tours, just go to our website, sunup.okstate.edu.